The Barefoot Lawyer Reports recommends our listeners check out CNBC's recent documentary titled China's Corporate Spy War, which addresses the subject of international property and technology theft by the Communist Party waged on American corporations. To learn more about this documentary, visit cnbc.com. After the 12th and 13th day of my kidnapping, and when I could again partially open my eyes, I saw my body was in a horrifying condition. Not a single square centimeter of my skin was normal. It was bruised and damaged over every part. Every day while I was being held, the experience of eating was unusual. Whenever I was at the point of starving, they would bring up steamed bread and offer it to me. If I could sing one of the 3 famous revolutionary Communist Party songs, I could have some bread. My deepest desire was that I wanted to live until that was no longer possible. My death would be torturous for my wife and children, but at the same time I didn't want to dirty my soul. But in that environment, human dignity has no strength. If you don't sing these songs, you will continue to be starved, and they will continue to torture you, so I sang. Hello everyone, welcome to the Barefoot Lawyer Reports. My name is Will Deathridge, the producer. Joining me today as always is Cheng, and what you just heard was an excerpt from Gao Zhisheng's Dark Night, Dark Hood, and Kidnapping by Dark Mafia, which you can find on China Aid's website. We'll link to that in the description. It's an account of the early days of his torture when he was kidnapped by the Communist Party in 2007. Thank you very much for joining us on the show, Guangcheng.
Thank you, Will. Yeah, thank you, our friends. The Communist Party kidnapped Gao Zhisheng 6 years ago.
Yeah.
But we don't know where he is. And the Communist Party tried to use that to intimidate the people in mainland China.
Yeah, so the excerpt I read was all the way back from 2007, and we've done a few podcasts with Bob Fu, founder and president of China Aid, about Gao Zhisheng, but for those who aren't familiar with his story, could you describe what happened to him, why he was first imprisoned a long time ago?
Yeah, but as that in fact, 2005, we stand up to oppose the Communist Party. At that time, the Communist Party prosecuted Falun Gong, and Gao Zhisheng went to rural China to have investigation, and got a lot of details, a lot of evil things happened the Communist Party did. Then Gao Zhisheng shared it on internet. And when the Communist Party sentenced me, Gao Zhisheng drove the car with his friend come from Beijing to my hometown to support me. Then the Communist Party caught him and brought him back in Beijing and put him in jail. And later the Communist Party put him the military basement more than 21 months. And a lot of torture happened there. And later, because the Western country asked the Communist Party, tell them where is Gao Zhisheng. So later the Communist Party released him and later kidnapped again and put him in prison in Xinjiang. After the sentence, the Communist Party put him in house arrest. Then 2017, I remember 17.
Somewhere around then.
Yeah. The Communist Party kidnapped him again. Now no one knows where he is.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, so I can sure the Communist Party torture him a lot, much evil than before.
Right.
You read.
Yeah, and like I said, the account that I read was from 2007. I encourage people to read it because it's very harrowing and eye-opening, though it's not for those with weak stomachs for sure. Because that paragraph that we read was probably one of the tamer parts of his account of the torture, and that was back in 2007. Yeah. He got kidnapped again, as Guangcheng said, in 2017, and no one knows where he is. Do people know if he's even still alive at this point?
No one knows that. Yeah, this is why, his family asked the Communist Party, the police station, a lot of times. They didn't give them any answer. They said, I don't know where he is. And yeah, if the police said you don't know where he is, they should help the family to try to look for him, right? That is the police responsibility.
Guangcheng, why do they persecute him so much? I know you mentioned that he got involved with around the time the Communist Party was persecuting Falun Gong, but what exactly did he do?
Another thing is, he write a public letter to the Communist Party's leader Hu Jintao. You know Hu Jintao, right? Before Xi Jinping is Hu Jintao.
Yeah.
And demand him to change political system to democracy system.
Gotcha.
The main media published that, and made the central government angry.
Well, it looks like they tried to make an example of him, that this is what happens to people who try to publicly oppose the party.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah, because we've covered several human rights activists and their poor treatment by the party in this series, but I don't think any have had such horrifying experiences as Gao Zhisheng has. And like we said, we have no idea if he's still alive or not. And, it's important to keep people aware of his story. Guangcheng, what resources would you recommend people read or look at to learn more about Gao Zhisheng and share those with their friends?
He wrote a book. He wrote the book while he was under house arrest in Shanxi province. He just wrote on the paper, then used the iPhone, take a picture, and used the secret app, share it foreign country.
So
used that way, he worked more than 1 year, finished the book, and the friends here help him to edit it and make a book.
It's called A China More Just: My Fight as a Rights Lawyer in the World's Largest Communist State. So we definitely encourage people to check that book out and share this podcast, share some of our other podcasts about Gao Zhisheng, and share the article, his testimonial about what he went through. Like I said, the article's called Dark Night, Dark Hood, and Kidnapping by Dark Mafia. We'll have that in the description. And just imagine what he's going through right now, if he is still alive, and let that speak to the horrors of authoritarianism in China. Right, Guangcheng?
Yes, yeah. So I think if the U.S. have the ability to help him and let him free, we just need to give enough the pressure to the U.S. government to do that.
We'll continue reporting on Gao Zhisheng's story, and we'll continue to monitor these kinds of situations on our website at catholic.edu/chr. And hopefully it'll come to a just conclusion. Right, Guangcheng?
Yes. Thank you. See you next time.
The Barefoot Lawyer Reports is proud to announce the publication of a research paper from the Center for Human Rights. It addresses the establishment of illegal policing and surveillance stations by the Chinese Communist Party in America and other countries. To read this research paper, go to catholic.edu/chr and go to our research and analyses page.